we go. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Good hugs.
My name is Nugget, but I also go by Nug, Nuggies, Nuggles, Stinky Winky, and Fluffy Butt. I belong to a rare breed called the Coton de Tulear. In French, this means the cottons of Tulear. We were named such for our fluffy, cotton-like fur and the city, Tulear, in Madagascar where we were first discovered. I love to be a clown and am super goofy when playing with both my four-legged friends and my two-legged friends. I hope you enjoy sharing in my many adventures.
Hi everyone, my name is Courtney and this is Nugget. Nugget is a breed called a Coton de Tulear. They're a fairly rare breed, and so today we wanted to talk to you all about their breed and how they came to be. Coton de Tulear is a French name. They were named for the Cotons of Tulear, which is the city in Madagascar where they were first discovered. There's a couple stories about how they came about. There's not any solid evidence around either story that I have heard. They're just kind of guesstimations of what probably happened. And so the first story I've heard is that these guys were a different breed of dog, like possibly a Bichon or a Havanese, because they are cousin breeds to them, that were traveling on trade ships with traders to Madagascar and back up to Europe. And either one is that they got loose off of the trade ship and started breeding with the native dogs in Madagascar, or two is that there was actually a trade ship shipwreck and the dogs actually swam to shore and survived and started breeding in Madagascar and ended up creating this breed. And so the breed Coton de Tulear is native to Madagascar, and through trading and imports they actually became quite popular to the European citizens and first started going up to Europe before anywhere else. The first Coton did not even come to the Americas until the 1970s, and that was by a trader who discovered them overseas and liked them and actually took one with him. They actually were not part of the AKC registered breeds, the American Kennel Club, until 2014. So they're very, very new to being considered an official breed. Cotons have three different hair coats. They can be basically all white like Nugget is. They can have a like caramel brownish color and white, or they can be tricolored and have black, brown, and white hair color. Typically, the puppies have a lot more color in their fur than the adults do. As they grow and get their adult coats, they typically get a lot lighter in color. And so Nugget is kind of hard to see, but his ears have a little bit of color left. I'll put a picture up of when he was a puppy. His ears used to have a lot of golden color to them. They have definitely lightened up and he is almost completely white now. They are definitely known for their black noses and their big dark eyes, giving them kind of that cute little puppy look. According to the AKC, Coton's average weights for the males is between 6 and 8 kilograms, which is 13 to 18 pounds, and for the females is 3.5 to 5 kilograms, which is 7.7 pounds to 11 pounds. I have been told that depending on the region, so if you're in USA, Canada, or Europe, there are weight variances depending on what country you're in. They do have a very long coat. They are considered hypoallergenic, so they don't really shed. However, they do require a lot of grooming because they don't shed, and Nug's fur is not very long right now, but I'll insert some pictures of when his fur was longer to show you what it looks like. It is easier to groom them when they're shorter and keep up with their grooming. When they get wet or ruffle around in mud or dirt or anything, it is very easy for their fur to mat, and it is very hard to get those mats out. Typically when they're bad mats, all you can do is shave them out or cut them out. So grooming and combing and brushing is very important for Nugget. Even with short fur, I give him a good brushing at least every other day, and even then sometimes if he's like had a busy day out in the yard or we went out to a park and played, I will sometimes find mats. And then also like his harness will get them in his elbows and stuff. So grooming is definitely a big thing with these dogs. They're also known for being very playful and very clown-like. They love to basically entertain. They're very, very happy, eager to please dogs, no matter if it's towards other pets or animals or towards other humans. They're just known for being very social by nature. Another thing that is big with the Cotons is they do not like to be alone whatsoever. They prefer to be with their people all of the time, and so separation anxiety is pretty prominent in them and is something that you have to work at, is getting them comfortable. They just like to be with somebody else. They really don't like to be alone, especially for long periods of time. So they're not really a good breed if you're planning on being gone for extended periods of time. Definitely if you work like more than 8 hours a day and there's nobody else to come play with them or take them out. Definitely not even 8 hours a day, I feel like would be pushing it. Because of their rarity, there are a couple movements to try to help preserve the breed. There's a lot of illegal transport and thievery of them from Madagascar to try to breed them, and unfortunately that causes a lot of issues with unethical breeding and puppy mills and stuff like that. If you're looking at getting one, I highly recommend you make sure that you are getting one from an ethical breeder and making sure it is not a puppy mill. They're very local too. They let you know when they want something, and usually he just wants attention. I'll link several links below about how to spot a puppy mill, what to ask a breeder when you're looking at getting one to make sure that they are breeding them ethically. And then also I will do a little bit about why it's important to breed them ethically. They are a longer breed, and so they do have genetic back issues. As of right now, those are recessive, and a lot of breeders are working to actually breed that recessive gene out, the joint and back degeneration genetics, which is really awesome because if they do that, then you don't ever have to worry as much about them having the genetic causes of joint and back issues. It's more of just the old age degeneration that happens rather than having it enhanced by their genetics. Also, there's a lot of issues with rare breeds of inbreeding, and that can just worsen those recessive genetics and actually make them more prominent. So there's many reasons to make sure you're getting your dog from an ethical breeder. They are super playful, super lovable, and just overall very awesome, and so that's why I wanted to create these videos to talk more about them and share them, because they are rare and I think they are an awesome breed that more people should know about.